Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and also make sure you check out my website, daytradingfearless.com, to sign up for the weekly S&P Emini Future Trade Zone support and resistance levels. And for a limited time, you'll also receive all my video trading courses for free. So 50 bucks, 1 point in the S&P futures pays for everything. And remember, it's a one-time payment. So let's jump into this video. And this video is going to be about what I actually use to trade the S&P E-mini futures with, right? All the little tips, tricks, you could see my layout, things like that. So first thing is my order entry. I use Stage 5. I've used them for years. I love them. Great commissions. They're usually always working. Very easy. I just use the dome for them. So that's what this is. Again, Stage 5 trading. Cheap commissions relative to Thinkorswim and other brokers. So the second thing I use is Thinkorswim. Okay, this is my layout. I'm going to walk through everything that's going on with this layout. So I'm recording this a few minutes before the market opens. So this screen right here is blank, but what this screen is this is the regular trading hours 3-minute chart. This was yesterday's price action. What will happen is when the market opens this morning, this will start to make the drawing of the market profile. It's just a regular volume profile with a value area high, low, point of control. The purple lines of the VWAP. This magenta line's the 50% level, and then these are Fibonacci levels over here. Next, I have my AD lines, advanced decline lines, kind of what's going on under the market, up stocks versus down stocks. It gives me a telltale of what's happening under the hood, because there will be times where the market may be down big, but with the AD lines, these might be up, right? So there's a divergence. Which am I going to believe, the ESs or am I going to believe the AD lines? That's one of those things when you start to watch, you'll start to learn. But normally, I believe the AD lines, they work. They're more correct about 90%. So if these are down and there's divergence, but yet the market's up, usually I'll be watching for the market to roll back over. Okay, I kind of trust these, what's happening under the hood, more than just what's happening with the ESs. And then finally over here, we have a 1-day 15-minute chart, right? So with a market profile and just the basic 200 EMA. All my moving averages are EMAs. And with this, I'm just looking at prior days, highs, lows, what's happening, what's the market profile doing. We're kind of in an inside day from yesterday, but if we kind of rally all the way up to, let's say, this value area high like we did yesterday, because remember, none of this was here, we opened, well, you could have used that to lean off of for a potential short, right, on the very first touch. So this tells you just tips and tricks of what's going on under there with a market profile, and where potential support and resistance is that you can't see with a regular chart. And then finally, this chart right here is my S&P E-mini futures 1-minute chart with the fast stochastics, where I look for my divergence, and just a basic 200 period moving average, EMA. That's it. What I look for here is I look for potential divergences. Divergences could be something like this. Very simple. Okay, they could be something even more complex like this, right? As we kind of made that low, and as we're making a new low on a bigger data point, I could see, oh, okay, there's even more divergence, and look at what happens, right? Now you have almost a double divergence here to here, here, this low to this low. Because think about it, we bounced, we came down, made a new low. We should be making a lower low. We made a higher low, and we're off to the races. But we also have a small little divergence from here to here, here to here, and look at the move up, right? Also, I like this chart because I'm able to sit here and start to draw my Fibonacci's. There's enough level or room for me to draw Fibonacci's, things like that. I could do something like this, right? If you've seen my other videos, you know I like this pullback trade, right? We are in the downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, right? And go, hey, let me look for a short between the 70 and 61.8, somewhere around here, and I will use above the 100 as my exit, and I'll look for a rollover back down to this level right here. So that's another way I might look for a potential trade. Now, usually with the S&P futures, I love to scalp. I'm more looking for a couple ticks, maybe a point with about a point and a half worth of risk. It could vary depending what the trade is, but there are also times I like to pull this guy up too, right? Which is Bookmap. There are links down below for Bookmap if you guys want to try them out. There's a link down below. It's free to try them out. And with Bookmap, I'm able to see what price looks like and or support and resistance based off of orders, right? Limit orders. If we come up here and look at this 4166, we could see there's 160 contracts here. We see the same thing right here. Okay, 466. And what's going to happen is if we rally up there, that may act as a resistance level for price moving up. So we will see kind of what happens if price goes up here. Same thing is if price starts to fall. Okay, this is just a basic VWAP right here. Okay, if I want to change the color, let's change this VWAP to, we'll say purple for right now, right? So if price comes back down to this VWAP, look, there's a support level down here. There's also multiple support levels down here. Now the market's about to open in a couple minutes, but we will see what happens, right? Is this a buy zone? I don't know, maybe not. We have to see what's going on, but we also want to do our homework. Is there other confluence levels right here, right? I could come over here and say, hey, what's at that 4160 level, right? Oh, wow, look, there's support, resistance, fail, right? Come back down. Maybe it's support the very first time, okay? Now, the other key is, do I want to trade this right when the market opens? It's kind of the gambling time, right? Nobody knows exactly, but with that same thing, it's also quick time to make a lot of money really quick. So just something to be very cautious and aware of. But Bookmap is a really, really good telltale. It's a visualization of bid and ask orders, right? And where support and resistance is. After a while of watching this so much, you start to always look at these guys and you'll be able to see, oh, wow, okay, price goes up, there's a huge order here, it comes back down, that order's gone. This is just showing you visually. So I love Bookmap. And then the final thing that I actually like to look at is my Nadex, right? Nadex is for maybe longer term trades, things like that. Also, if I come over here, wow, and look at this move real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Look at this move right to the VWAP, right? Boom, that 4166. So it kind of tells you a telltale, right? And like I said, just with the analyzation, prior highs or support, resistance, support, right? And it bounced right off that level. So So the market's open. Let's take a look, and this trade would have been a nice little trade to play with too. But let's see what happens down here, right? So we have some big orders down here. Are they going to work? I don't know. Like I said, it's what's the overall market sentiment. But real quick, the other thing I want to show you guys was my S&P Emini futures, right? Trade zones, because this is where Nadex comes in. If we start to fall to this 4130 level, we'll say, right? And let's say that's where one of my trade zones are. Okay, I'll come over here to my Nadex chart, and I'll go, okay, hey, 4130 level. Okay, I could pull up a Nadex where maybe I want to be a buyer, but not right now. Now, I could sell this if I think we're falling. If I think, hey, we're going to break this trend line and we're in a downtrend and this is going to fall apart, I could come over and buy this 4130 level for, we'll say, $9, right? We have $9 of risk to make 91 if we're correct by the end of the day. Now, with that being said, what I'd rather do is wait till we get here and then maybe look for a bounce to the long side. So let's say this is what we were seeing over here. It falls, boom, I get long here. It would cost me, whenever you're at the money on Nadex, it's about a 50-50 or about 48-52 bid-ask spread, right? So I could buy this for, we'll say, $50. Okay, and then if you're correct and you get the bounce, you could scale out and start to sell it maybe 70 or $80. Make 50% on your money, but we really don't have to worry about a stop, because you could see a move like this, a bounce, new lows, right? But then eventually later on during the day, it could turn around and you're finally right on the trade. So Nadex is something really, really cool to use. So with all that, but look at this trade, right? This pullback trade that I showed you guys, and I have videos with the pullback trade of how powerful this pullback trade is, because look at, hold on, where were we? Right here, just from this leg, right? Could have gotten short right there and our target would have been hit. So I hope this video helps you guys of things that I trade, how I use it for S&P futures. There are links down below for Bookmap, for Nadex, for my trading course, my Patreon page, all that. But I hope this helps, guys. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. But be safe out there. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon.